Hey, it's Dr. Brenda, financial coach, sociologist, founder of the Gutsy Women Club and soon to be Gutsy Women Finances community. Hey, hope you're doing well. I'm a full-time RVer traveling the country with my cats. I ran a little experiment the last 2 months. Hey, please subscribe below if you already subscribed. Thanks, appreciate it. Ran an experiment. So one of the things that I talk about as a financial coach is aligning your budget with your priorities, taking a look at where am I spending my money? Does that match my priorities? So I did this myself back in October, and it's like, you know what? I am spending way too much money on dining out. This is ridiculous. So I have a small refrigerator, small freezer here in the RV. Usually prepare my own meals, but cooking for one plus doing intermittent fasting, I end up throwing food out. And then I go out to eat at a restaurant, and it's like, well, what am I doing this for? Because I've got food in here, I'm wasting food, and dining out is not my priority. So I took some of my own advice and decided I was going to do an experiment with cash. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of people don't use cash anymore. They're talking about just getting rid of currency as we know it and just using cards and apps and whatever. But the thing is, it's very hard to physically see how much money you got left. And so I went back to the old cash system. I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take out $100 in cash, and that is my restaurant fund for the month. So I did this October. I'm coming at you now in late November, November 29th, and I'm going to report how I did. So this is my fancy wallet. Picked this up in Flagstaff, Arizona. One of my when was I there? A couple of months ago. And so I'm going to show you what's left from November's stash. Okay, it looks like a lot, but you know, waitresses, waiters, they give you lots of ones back so that you can leave them a tip. So out of $100, I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, $17 left. $17 left. So that's not too bad. I actually bought some chili for lunch today. It's been working well, but I might say that I probably have had to cheat a little bit. What do I mean by cheating? Earlier this month, I was with my kid who works in the Grand Canyon and treated him to some meals. Okay, that's not in my $100 budget. And so my $100 would have been gone in an instant if I had included those dining out moments. And then last week I'm traveling with a good friend. It was her birthday, and I took her out for a meal. And you know, nothing real fancy again, but this it didn't come out of this little pocket of money. Now that's just 2 occasions in 2 months, so it's not like I do this regularly. In my mind, that's sort of like a gift, a treat, a rare occasion, so that sort of can come out of a different pot of money. So yeah, I guess I cheated a little bit, but to have my budget go way down on the food category, it made a tremendous difference. So the $100, and I mean, especially as it gets to be closer to the season, Christmas, holidays, New Year's, people want to go out a lot more. The $100 might be a little tough. But even if I have spent an extra, even if it were $150, that's still a lot less than what I was spending. So a couple of things that I learned from this exercise is, you know, it works. Taking the cash and using it for a category such as dining out or whatever your week spending point is, it works. It does make you conscious of how much you got. Now I've got some money to carry me over into December, which is great. Another thing that I learned is that, you know, if you've got something big going on, you have an occasion, you're treating someone to a meal, that's set some money aside in sort of a gift fund, some other pot of money, because your $100 or whatever it is likely not going to carry you over, or you know, maybe it's a higher amount that you factor that in. Now, the other thing that I learned is food out there is not that good. I mean, I have to go back to several states. The last time I had a memorable meal that really felt like it was worth it was several months ago outside of Zion National Park. And so the meals I've had here, the meals I've had for the last couple of weeks, disappointing. You know, when you only have so much money to spend, it's like, oh man, that was pretty plain, pretty ordinary. In many ways, it brought me back to days of graduate school, days when I was living in poverty. Going out to eat was a rare occasion. It was a real treat. I really couldn't afford it. Even certain grocery items, you know, it'd be like, oh, I would want this so badly, and then it would be like, this really wasn't that good. So when you don't have that much money to spend, you get a lot pickier with your food, with your restaurants. It has been disappointing, the quality of the food. So for the most part, it has confirmed that dining out is not my priority. Other things are my priority. Going, you know, hanging out in the parks and hiking and getting a new pair of hiking shoes because I've worn mine out, that's my priority. So anyway, so the cash experiment does work. If you have an area of weakness, and you can use cash. Now, sometimes it's maybe your area of weakness is buying books, buying electronics, buying clothing on Amazon. There are ways to manage that too, because that's all credit card based. You could get yourself an Amazon card for $100 and say, this is what my budget is for the month of December, whatever it is. So there are ways that you can do this with plastic. You keep a running balance, make sure you know what you've spent, and any money that you have left over at the end of the month, like my $17, it's going to get carried over into December. All right, so that is my big cash experiment. Give it a shot. Really align your spending with your priorities. The cash, the store card might just do the trick. All right, until the next Money Monday, I'm out of here. Traveling tomorrow, so wheels up. Well, not really, wheels down. Wheels rolling, and on to the next spot. So hope you're doing well. Until next time. Bye-bye.